Hey, I'm Joe Belil, alongside my partner, Mark Pearson.
We're here to give you the inside scoop on Rockford's regular season.
We'll talk to coaches, key players, as well as some fans, recap the season heading into playoffs. This is Ram Center. How's it? Welcome to Ram Center. Thank you for joining us as we cover every aspect of Rockford football throughout the regular season.
We're able to sit down with Coach Munger, Coach Vanderveen, quarterback Marco Perry, kicker Stephen Meddy, as long as some outstanding community members and loyal Ram fans.
But a football team season starts long before the first game. Rockford's team was hard at work leading into the season.
That's right, Joe. I was out there this summer as they began preseason training and events. I was also able to catch up with some of the coaches and hear their thoughts going into the season. Let's check it out.
The Rockford football team has been hard at work. They started out this summer with 2-a-days, conditioning, and learning plays. Everyone from the quarterback to the punter was busy practicing his skills. Rockford's 2-a-day started at 7 in the morning and went until 4 in the afternoon. During these 2-a-days, the Rams started by practicing offense, break for lunch, and went on to practice defense the rest of the day. But the players were really looking forward to Christmas, the first day of hitting.
Oh, here we go. Who's going first? Stay high. On you. It's on you. Come on. Hit it.
We get to really hit somebody. We get to hit each other, okay? All summer long, we play 7-on-7, we run around shorts and t-shirts, and anybody, you do that in your backyard. Now we get to really hit somebody.
Christmas is always, what it reflects is an attitude that tis better to give than to receive. All right, so obviously if you're a blocker or a tackler or a running back or whatever, you want to be the giver, not the taker.
This year's seniors are really looking forward to this season, but they know the demands on them will be high.
Like always, we have high expectations, okay? Obviously, we go one game at a time, but we anticipate to be successful each and every game.
Each day, each week, the expectation remains the same, okay, and that is to get a little better. Okay, and that's one reason why this year's team's motto is first things first.
The next event for the football team was Hots and Brats. This has become a community event where friends, family, and fans can all come out to support the team and see what they look like going into the season. Everyone is treated to a dinner, and important aspects of the team are presented, including the team captains.
I'd like to introduce our quarterback, Mark LaPrairie, and on offensive tackles, Ben Braden.
The Rams are now ready for the long season ahead of them.
After the long and challenging work of 2-a-days, the Rams were ready to start their season. They had a very tough opponent with their first game against Lowell.
That's right, Joe. The Rams normally schedule at least one out-of-conference game to start the season. This year, they would take on the Lowell Red Arrows.
It's hard to start your season off strong with a Division II state runner-ups in front of you from last year.
Lowell came out strong, and the Rams struggled early. Lowell quarterback Gabe Dean was able to pass for over 200 yards, and Lowell was up 28-0 at halftime.
However, Rockford would get on the board in the third quarter with a touchdown run from Ryan Hartley. This was not enough to save them, though, from a disappointing loss, 28-7 in their season opener.
Another disappointment in Lowell was a number of key injuries, including quarterback Mark LaPrairie. Backup Kyle Short would have to lead the team going into their home opener against Holt.
Brandon Lubenow took over in the very beginning, returning the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Holt fumbled the very following kickoff. Rockford recovered, and the very next play, Ryan Hartley ran in for another touchdown, putting Rockford up 14-0 in just 30 seconds into the game.
It was all Rockford from here on out. Holt scoring their only touchdown in the second quarter. Rockford would go on to win the home opener 42-7, renewing the high hopes from this year's team.
Coming up, we'll take a look at Rockford's home turf, Ted Carlson Memorial Stadium. But first, we'll break for a short announcement.
Sport lasts
It lasts a season.
but the lessons last
Lessons last a lifetime.
Lifetime.
a lifetime.
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 Welcome back. Now that the Rams have made it through their first two games, it's time for them to start their conference play.
But first, let's catch up with Parker Dirks as we look at Rockford's home field.
Thanks, Mark. I was able to get an inside look at the Ted Carlson Memorial Stadium, learn some cool facts about it, and see how it affects Rockford's home success. Let's check it out. The Ted Carlson Memorial Stadium is rooted in history much older than the stadium itself. Nicknamed the Ted, it is named in honor of Ted Carlson, a deeply respected, longtime Ram fan. He graduated from Rockford in 1924 and went on to serve on the school board for 17 years. But he would continue to be an active Ram fan for much longer. The first contest held at the Ted was on September 10, 1993. 4 skydivers delivered the game ball for an exciting start to Game 1 at the Ted. Rockford would go on to lose this opening contest to Granville, but since then the Rams have accumulated a regular season record of 107-16 and a playoff record of 25-3 for an impressive total record of 132-19 at the Ted. A part of this home field success could be attributed to the student section. A new student organization called Ram Nation organized the section, making it very active this season. Well, I got to participate in that I Believe chant a few times this season. What an incredible experience it was. Something new they started this year, and it really got Rockford some attention.
Yeah, Parker, I gotta admit, I really enjoyed putting that together. But anyway, let's go back to Rockford's conference schedule.
Schedule was front-loaded with home games, and Rockford was fortunate to get 2 tough opponents at home. They started in conference play against Grand Haven, who was their only conference loss last year. Everyone knew this would be a huge game.
To the Ted we go, Grand Haven squaring off against Rockford early in the first. Punt blocked by Kevin Schrem, which is picked up by Ryan Hartnagel for a Ram touchdown. This momentum would lead them directly into the second, where Brady Gent would take a 36-yard touchdown all the way to the house.
You know, it's great to see Rockford jump out on Grand Haven early in this game, really setting the tone.
They really did set the tone. However, Grand Haven would come back in the third with a touchdown pass going for 21 yards. Later in the fourth, the ball is fumbled by Brady Gent and recovered by big offensive lineman Ivy Johnson for the touchdown.
It was really great to see an offensive lineman get rewarded for his hard work.
Grand Haven would have, later in the fourth, a touchdown pass go for 2 yards, but they came up a little too short as Rockford came out on top 42-30.
Again, a big game, high scoring, but great execution by Rockford, making some big plays to win the game.
Yup, Rockford was finally getting the momentum they needed to carry them into their next opponent, West Ottawa. Another big conference game at home, and they did not disappoint.
That's right, Joe. The Rams then move on to West Ottawa, a key matchup at home for the Rockford Rams. Kyle Short fumbled early in the first, which led to a West Ottawa 26-yard field goal, putting them on top 3-0 in the first quarter. But later, Stephen Meddy, the amazing kicker for Rockford, makes a 50-yarder.
You know, it's really good seeing a kicker coming in, doing his thing, coming in the clutch.
LaPrairie, right before halftime, will hook up with his favorite receiver, Brandon Lubenow, deep on a 41-yard touchdown pass, an incredible play leading into halftime. Later in the third, Meddy will make a 52-yard attempt, which is an amazing kick for a kicker in high school. Then Brady Gent will take it straight up the gut for 80 yards, really sealing the deal.
You know, he really did seal the deal. It's a good thing seeing this youngster do his thing, go out there, get an 80-yard touchdown just like he's supposed to.
West Ottawa would answer with a 30-yard pass of their own, but it was too little too late as Rockford would beat West Ottawa at home 41-16.
A great job by the whole team in that game, but what a performance from Stephen Meddy. A 50 and a 52-yarder in one game.
Yeah, that's incredible. He looked great against West Ottawa. Arguably one of the best games of his career.
You know, we were so impressed with Steve Meddy, we decided to have Connor Flynn catch up with him and ask him, what is it like to be Rockford's prize kicker? Connor?
Thanks, Joe. I was lucky enough to sit down with Steven here in the studio and get his thoughts on kicking. Let's go take a look.
I started playing football in 8th grade. That was my first year. I had played soccer basically my whole life up until 8th grade, and then I decided to transition to football. Favorite thing about football, obviously kicking field goals for my team, but it's just everybody has their own job to do, and once everybody does their job to their best ability, you know, it's amazing what you can accomplish when everybody plays their best, and it's just fun watching us perform at our top abilities. Every kick, I just go through my routine. I take 3 steps back, 2 steps over, find my target, and I focus on nothing but that when I'm getting ready to kick. And then once I'm ready, I just tell the holder that I'm ready, and then the snap comes back, and I proceed with my steps and kick the ball. When I'm lining up for a kick, I try not to think about too much. The more you think about things, and you just try to clear out your mind and just focus on kicking the ball at your target. And you really can't focus on anything more than that, or else things just go bad. When I kicked the 50-yarder, I was a little nervous, but I knew I had it in me to kick a 50-yarder, and every kicker, well, I don't know if every kicker, but it was definitely my goal to attempt and make, a 50-yard or longer field goal during my high school. But it's just about getting your coaches the confidence in you, and I was able to do that and got the opportunity, and I capitalized on it. But really, nothing new was going through my head. It's just another kick, but there's a little more emphasis to make it. I knew my range was definitely 52, was no problem. And once again, I got an opportunity to kick a 52-yard field goal. Coaches had confidence in me, and I knew I was ready for it, and I was able to make it. So.
Steven made a huge impact during the West Ottawa game, but he's been a valuable part of the team all season. He has yet to miss a PAT this year. Now that's what I call consistency.
All right, back into conference play, Rockford would complete their most difficult stretch of the season on the road in Muskegon. Rockford and Muskegon are longtime rivals, and the rivalry has seen bigger venues and even national television.
Yep, that's right. And this rivalry this year was no different. It was a high-intensity game coming down to the last few minutes. To Muskegon we go as we see Mark LaPrairie early in the first hook up with Brandon Lubenow for a 6-yard touchdown pass. Countering, though, would be Muskegon Big Reds as they take a 15-yard touchdown run. Piggybacking off of that into the second, Muskegon takes a 1-yard run to end the half. But as we see, the Big Reds were not done yet, as in the third they take a 15-yard touchdown run all the way to the house, and it was not looking good for the Rams right here. But suddenly in the fourth, a spark of light comes up as Lubenow would have a huge play to set himself up for another touchdown leading up soon. Mark, what happens here?
Brandon Lubenow just got a wide receiver screen, a great play by the Rams, really sparked them in the fourth quarter.
Like I said, Lubenow getting a 21-yard touchdown pass to himself after his big play. In the fourth, the Rams did not die as Brady Gent had a 69-yard touchdown all the way to the house. Mark, what happened here? I gotta know.
Brady Gent, just ran an out route. Muskegon did not cover it. Wide open in the flats with Brady, and just nobody touched him the whole way.
What? Wait, what is this? A 2-point conversion. Trick play is good for the Rams, putting them up by 3. Along with this, in the fourth quarter, Kyle Short will seal the deal with an interception. This will end the game, 29-26, Rams on top.
That sure was an exciting game, and the rivalry will continue next season. But now, Rockford would come home to take on the East Kentwood Falcons.
Clinching all 3 of their toughest conference games, Rockford would have a bit of an easier time against East Kentwood at home.
Back to the TED we go, where the East Kentwood Falcons would take on the Rockford Rams. Early, the Rams would fumble, and East Kentwood would recover and score an early touchdown, putting them on top 6-0, but missing the extra point. Brady Gent would counter their score with a 47-yard touchdown run of his own.
Brady Gent just taking over this season and doing what he does best. That's running the ball.
As he shows here as well as a 60-yard touchdown run for Gent, his second of the night. Now a great play here in the third quarter where Mark LaPrairie throws a great pass to Matt Boonstra, an incredible catch by him. This would lead to a LaPrairie touchdown run of 2 yards.
It's really good. He just read the play and just did it himself. Didn't need to do anything else.
LaPrairie then had a 5-yard touchdown pass to Matt Boonstra, and it was all Rockford tonight, 41-6.
The fans have played a crucial role in the success this year of Rockford, and it's really good to see them at all the home games as well as the away games.
Yeah, there's something to be said about the special Rockford fans. We were able to interview some of the fans and the community members during the season. What was that like, Mitch?
Well, Mark, the Rockford fans certainly have a lot of pride in their school, and everyone has something good to say about Rockford, even the opposing fans. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
All right, I like coming to Rockford games, so I like watching Rockford dominate other teams. Woo!
Go Rams! Go Rams! Go!
Good luck. I'm on your side, and it has been a great run, you guys. Go Seniors. Go football. Go Rockford football Rams.
I like going to the Rockford football games because they're fun to go to, and I like to hang out with my friends. Go Rams!
I just love coming and watching all my friends play and hanging out with everyone, and the atmosphere is a lot of fun.
Let's go Rockford! Let's win tonight! Go Rams! Yeah!
Hey guys, Mitch Du Bois here in downtown Rockford at the Corner Bar. We're about to talk to the owner, so let's go take a look.
We've been here for actually in our 12th year. It'll be actually 12 years in June. We've been here. We've done an enormous amount in terms of kind of updating, upgrading, keeping the Corner Bar up with the times, trying to be competitive in the Rockford area, trying to commit ourselves to the community of Rockford. We're very fortunate to be in a great corner and a great town that loves their sports and loves their school, and that's who we are and what we are as a business, and we really try to embrace that and support the community as best we can, give back as often as we can, and to really kind of partner up with the community in Rockford in general. So that's really who the Corner Bar is and what we try to be every day.
The Corner Bar attracts customers from Rockford as well as customers from visiting teams. Even visiting fans had good things to say about Rockford.
My grandson plays for Grand Ledge, but what impressed me the most about that game was that team is really good. The deception on offense was amazing. I was impressed, and I appreciated Rockford, the way they played, the way they were coached.
The Rockford community is very active and supportive, and speaking from experience, it's a lot of fun to be a Ram fan.
All right, thanks, Mitch. Now continuing with our season, the next opponent on the Rockford schedule was Granville.
Heading into this game, Rockford had to get by the Bulldogs before looking at next week's homecoming game.
They were on the road, so they had to keep their composure as they continued to deal with multiple injuries.
To Granville we go, where the Rams, early in the first, have a long pass to Justin Wussman, carrying it all the way down, setting up Brady Gent with a 3-yard touchdown run. Brady Gent, wow.
Just been an incredible player for the Rams all year, scoring the majority of their touchdowns, really putting the team on his back.
And right here again, he gets another one from LaPrairie, going 41 yards all the way to the house. Brady Gent just getting big like he knows how to. Also, later in the second, LaPrairie to Wussman, again for 47 yards, and Wussman just having, he started off slow, but right now he's just coming in right when we needed him. In the third, Meddy hits a 43-yard field goal to seal the deal, and that's all she wrote as Granville loses to Rockford Rams 45-0.
With that win, the Rams now move to an impressive record of 6-1, rallying off 6 straight wins since their early loss to Lowell.
Yep, this will give the Rams plenty of momentum going into their next game. So, up next is the homecoming game after another short announcement.
Sports are much more than a game. Oftentimes you don't realize the lessons you learn. Every workout comes with a lesson in determination. Every time you grab that baton, you learn what it means to be part of a team. Whenever you feel like you can't take one more step, you learn the heart that is needed to persevere. Determination, teamwork, perseverance, it sticks with you.
Now we're back, and Rockford's homecoming game is upon us.
That's right, Joe. We're here with Doug Homey, who helped us as we followed a day in the life of Rockford's quarterback, Mark LaPrairie.
That's right. Mitch, Joe, Mark, and I followed La Prairie around for the day of the homecoming game, from when he woke up until he got home after the big game. Let's see what it's like to be Mark for a day.
All right, time to wake up, 6:20. It's probably the worst part of my day, but you gotta do it. It's game day.
Now I'm just thinking about sleep. I usually do the same thing every day. Game day is always fun to wake up on though. It helps you get through the day. Brought to you by Kellogg's. The breakfast of me, Mark. You know, it doesn't matter how big the game is, it's all the same.
You want to start the car? After I eat breakfast, I hug my mom, and me and my brother head out the door for the day. All right, let's go to school.
Yeah, what the heck?
Something like 4. I don't even know who that is. What's up, stud? 79%.
How did you do that last? I don't know. This is Audrey. She's my cheer buddy. Cheer buddies give us food. Left turn signal.
My first hour is TV studio. It's actually one of my favorite classes. Has a lot of good friends in it. Then after that, I head to government and then to lunch.
Just go and I'll wait here.
You guys want to watch school news?
Mitch!
Catch. I just failed on it.
Oh!
Homecoming football game tickets for the big football game tonight, Rockford against Hudsonville.
Third hour advanced conditioning. I want to get jacked.
Third hour is advanced conditioning, and on Fridays we just stretch, so it'll be a pretty easy day.
Feel that burn if I let go.
Fifth hour, heading to Mr. Moneman's class. It's English. It's my last hour right before we go to the assembly. We don't have pep assemblies too often, but today we have our homecoming pep assembly. It's always pretty fun, and I think I'm actually going to be in it.
That was so weird. I can eat a hole.
Crestwood Elementary School. We go there every Friday for home games. Go there and talk to kids. Sometimes we just go outside and play catch and run around. Sometimes we sit inside, we help them read.
What is it? Trick identity? Yeah.
Natalie's doing a card for you.
Now it's the best part, pregame meal. Today I think I'm going to head to Subway.
Okay, what kind of sandwich?
The chicken bacon ranch.
Okay, toasted. Would you not ever be in the Subway? What did you guys think?
I had a turkey.
What does provolone taste like?
It's good.
I really want to come out fast tonight because this is a team that has to beat us to have a chance to even make the playoffs.
Just all focused.
Game time.
Just had my sub, and now it is officially pregame, so now time to get focused.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ted Carlson Memorial Stadium, home of the Rockford Rams. Tonight there's a showcase between Hudsonville Eagles and the Rockford Rams.
Throwing quick, oh, what a grab by Brayden Lugano at number 19.
So now he's going to look left, and now he's going to get pressured. Now he's going to fake the throw, look up again and throw it. Oh, and what a play by Mark LaPrairie. Prairie looking right, now going to lob it to number 19, Lubinow, and again he made an incredible play. Touchdown, Rockford.
So after the game, sometimes, when it's a home game usually, we have people over.
How's the game tonight? How do you think Mark did?
It was a little hectic, but I really liked that pass to Luna in the corner. I thought it was out of bounds. He went up, came down with it. That was a beauty. That was awesome.
La Prairie's definitely got a busy day on game day, but when it comes time to play the game, it doesn't seem to faze him.
That's right, Doug. Mark played a great game against Hudsonville.
Yup, they had a great performance as a team and did not disappoint the homecoming crowd.
Homecoming night in Rockford as they face a tough opponent in Hudsonville. Early in the first, Shane Showers will intercept and show the fans what they paid money to come and see. Also in the first, Brady Jett will take it in for a 1-yard touchdown run. It's been a beast all year for the Rams. But Hudsonville would counter with a 29-yard touchdown pass of their own, a great play by the Eagles. Hartley has a huge run and really sets up a big play by Darby.
You know, and it's just great to see the running game here. I mean, Rockford's running game is what they're known for, and it's great to see how strong it is and how good it looks with Darby right here taking it in right off of Ryan's big run.
Great job by the Rockford running game here. Also, Hudsonville now, it's their turn to run the ball as they score a 1-yard touchdown. But now showing a little aerial attack is the Rams as number 19, Brandon Lubinow, jumps up and makes a spectacular play, and the Rockford Rams went on the win in their homecoming night, 44-14.
That would be Rockford's last regular season home game at the TED. I'm glad they got the victory.
Rockford's run at the conference championship came down to the last game against Jenison.
With the win against the Wildcats, the Rams would go undefeated in conference play and win the conference outright. To Jenison we go as Connor Darby gets a 4-yard touchdown run early in the first, securing that early lead that the Rams like so much. Also, Wussman, 18-yard touchdown in the end zone, giving them an even bigger lead, just extending that lead. But in the second, what happened here? A reverse to Lubinow for 52 yards. Mark, what happened?
A great play call, totally catching the Wildcats off guard. Lubinow using his speed to get to the outside, touchdown Rockford.
There's no catching him, he is too quick. Meddy would then later secure the conference championship, making the extra point, and putting Rockford on top 35-0.
With the win, Rockford's conference championship is now complete, bringing them to an outstanding record of 8-1.
Kayla Tykosky caught up with Coach Munger and asked him about the season and a few other things. Kayla?
Yeah, Joe, I got to sit down here in the studio with him to ask him about the players and how the season went. Let's see what he had to say.
What is the feel of home games at the TED?
The stadium is packed. It's just an incredible atmosphere. It's an incredible environment. And our players and even our coaches really feed off of that. You can't help but hear, the student section just going crazy. And then, we get some video clips of that, and our guys see it on Saturday morning and stuff, and it just energizes.
What difference did it make having such a talented kicker in Stephen Meddy?
When you have a young man that can kick 50-yard field goals, as we witnessed in the West Ottawa game earlier in the season, where he kicked a 50 and a 52-yarder in that same game, you have quite a weapon. And from an offensive standpoint, you really need to just move the ball down to about the 33-yard line. In Stephen's case, when the times arose, I think what he kicked this year, 12 field goals, something of that nature. When he had his opportunity, he cashed in on it big time.
How valuable was it to have a returning starter in Mark LaPrairie at quarterback this year?
He really came back and did just an outstanding job his senior season. Threw the ball for over 2,000 yards, had something like 22 touchdowns if I remember right. And then on the flip it over, he comes back his senior year, high hopes, and things are really off to a great start, and he gets hurt, midway in game one, and you're not sure about anything at that point, not sure if a career is over or how long he's going to be out. Well, fortunately, we got him back, I believe, game 4, and he went on his senior year to have really an outstanding season.
Thanks for tuning in to this season's recap.
The Rams are looking forward to their first postseason opponent against West Ottawa at home.
Thanks again for watching.
Go Rams. It was a pleasure.